El director general del CERN, Rolf-Dieter Heuer, ha impartido recientemente una conferencia en la Universidad de Oviedo. Durante su visita, el profesor Heuer ha explicado los últimos avances facilitados por el gran colisionador de hadrones, el LHC, que acaba de completar su primera etapa de funcionamiento. Parece que la nueva partícula descubierta en el LHC cada día se parece más al largamente buscado bosón de Higgs.
The experiments worked better than I expected. Everything worked very, very well. Every year we broke another record. And at the end, last year, we made a discovery. So what else can you have? That's fantastic. Everything was working well. We have a discovery. Now the real work starts into the shutdown, the maintenance and the improvement work, and to a continued analysis, because the experiments have a lot of data which they still have to analyze. So there's a tremendous amount of work still coming. But the past 3 years have been a real highlight for CERN, and I must say personally also for myself. The latest news will come out in a few weeks in the winter conferences in March. But it looks more and more like that we can say it is not a Higgs-like boson, but it is a Higgs boson. So I'm pretty sure that soon we can say it is a Higgs boson, and therefore we have made a fantastic step forward. We have first to see the spin. And once we see the spin, then we can say it is a Higgs boson. So if it has spin 0, it is a Higgs boson. And I think it will go that direction soon. But then to say it is the standard model Higgs boson, we have to look into its decay properties. And we have to measure these decay properties very precisely, because the standard model tells us all the properties exactly. Now you have to measure the properties. Now if you have a big error bar, there could still be an uncertainty. So you have to collect more and more statistics, more and more data to reduce the error bar, and then suddenly you see, is it the value of the standard model or is it deviating? And that might take years. That can take a long time depending what deviation the physics tells us. But at the moment it looks very promising like the standard model now. I think it is first of all great, really great that we discovered this boson, because now we have for the first time an understanding why we exist. Because without this boson, particles would fly around with a velocity of light. Yeah? So now we have the mechanism which gives mass to fundamental particles. So therefore, we know now that we exist. Well, we knew it before, but now we know the reason why we exist. So this is a fantastic discovery. Of course, if now one or two properties of this boson deviate from the standard model, that would be even greater, because that would give a hint to new physics. And we know that the standard model is not describing everything what we see. It is just describing the visible universe, 5%. And it leaves many, many questions open. And the Higgs boson, the properties of the Higgs boson, could give first hints into this new physics. It took us 50 years to confirm the known physics, the standard model. And now maybe in the next few years we make a big jump forward in our knowledge. That's great. Now with the Higgs boson, we have confirmed the standard model. But the standard model is not everything. The standard model leaves many questions open. It's like a theory which is valid for our energy region, but at the higher energy there must be something else which is a wider theory, which only in its limitation at lower energy has the standard model. So there are many questions open, and when you go to higher energy, you hopefully can address one or two of these open questions. For example, there is a dark universe, dark matter. We know from astronomy, astrophysics that there's dark matter. We know there's something called dark energy which drives the universe apart. We don't know anything about these two things. So this dark universe is really still in our knowledge pretty dark. And maybe, and that's my personal hope, maybe beginning with the year 2015, we might be able to shed a little bit of light into this dark universe. And then we would come from an understanding of 5% of the universe, if we find something like dark matter, from 5% to 30%. That would be a huge jump. And that's what I hope.